For 150 years, baseball wasn't just a sport, it was a religion. It was the soundtrack of the American summer. A monopoly that no one dared to touch. Take the Miami Marlins, a franchise with 2 World Series titles, 30 years of dollars, 30 years of history, and a billion-dollar institution deeply rooted in Florida soil. But in 2023, a hostile takeover began. It didn't happen in a boardroom, and it didn't happen on Wall Street. It happened when a 5'7" Argentine signed a piece of paper. As of right now, the unthinkable has happened. Inter Miami, a soccer club that didn't even exist 10 years ago, is now worth more than the Major League Baseball franchise down the street. Look at the numbers. The Miami Marlins are valued at $1 billion, stagnant and aging. But Inter Miami, they just hit 1.2. Lionel Messi didn't just join a league. He committed a robbery. He stole the city. He stole the valuation. And most importantly, he stole the kids for decades. Baseball relied on history. But Messi brought the future. Today, we are looking at the financial murder of America's pastime. We are looking at how one man turned a bottom-tier soccer club into a global empire that dwarfs the MLB. The King of Miami has a new name, and it isn't baseball. Let's look at the data that proves the takeover is real. To understand why this murder is happening, you have to look at the victim. Major League Baseball is rich, yes, but it has a fatal flaw. It is old. The average baseball fan in America is now 57 years old. They are aging out. They are watching on cable television. And they remember a world that does not exist anymore for decades. Baseball was the default. If you were a kid in the 1990s, you owned a glove, you traded cards, and you watched the game with your dad. That was the pipeline, but that pipeline is broken. We found a statistic that should keep the commissioner of baseball awake at night. Among avid sports fans aged 12 to 17, Major League Soccer has officially caught up to Major League Baseball. Both sit at roughly 18%. Think about that for a second. Baseball has had a 150-year head start. It is supposed to be America's pastime. And yet, in just one generation, soccer has pulled even among teenagers. Why is this happening? It is not just about the sport, it is about the device. Baseball was built for the radio, and then it was perfected for the television. It is a slow game. It takes 3 hours, it is wide, and it requires patience, but the modern fan does not live on a television. They live on a vertical screen. They live on a phone, and this is where Lionel Messi wins. Messi does not need 3 hours to capture your attention. He needs 15 seconds. A clip of a free kick. A clip of a dribble. It fits perfectly on a vertical screen. It loops, it is shareable, and it is fast. To a 14-year-old, if it is not on their feed, it does not exist. And right now, baseball is invisible. Let us look at the social media war, because the numbers are frankly embarrassing. Major League Baseball, the entire league, all 30 teams combined, has roughly 11 million followers on Instagram. Lionel Messi, one single human being, has over 500 million. That is 44 times the size of the entire league. When Messi posts a photo of himself just drinking tea, it gets more engagement than the entire World Series. This is the new scoreboard. In the old world, power was measured in television ratings. And sure, the World Series still gets 13 million viewers on cable. If you look at that number, you might think baseball is fine, but those 13 million people are 57 years old. Messi did not come to America to steal the 57-year-old fan. He did not want them. He came to steal the future. Look at the jerseys. Walk into a high school in Miami, or Los Angeles, or New York. Count how many baseball jerseys you see. Then count how many pink Inter Miami jerseys you see. It is not even a competition. Inter Miami is not selling a sports team anymore. They are selling a fashion brand. They are selling cool when Messi arrived. He brought a celebrity entourage that baseball could never dream of. LeBron James, Kim Kardashian, Selena Gomez. Suddenly, going to a soccer game was the biggest status symbol in America. The Miami Marlins cannot compete with that. They are selling hot dogs and nostalgia. Messi is selling a global event, and this difference in cool translates directly to dollars. Before Messi, Inter Miami was valued at roughly $600 million. Respectable, but nothing special. In less than 24 months, that valuation doubled to over $1.2 billion. Meanwhile, the Miami Marlins have hovered around the $1 billion mark for years. They are trapped. They are a local team in a global world. And this is the reality of the takeover. One is a local Florida business. The other is a global media empire. And the scary part for baseball, this is only the beginning, because the biggest weapon in Messi's arsenal has not even been fired yet. Now, let us talk about the money, because this is where the Messi effect stops being a buzzword and starts being a terrifying economic reality for the MLB. To understand how a soccer team passed a baseball team in value, you have to look at the business model. The Miami Marlins are operating on an old map. They rely on something called regional sports networks. This is the old way, where you sell the rights to broadcast your games to a local cable channel. But there is a problem. That model is dying. Cable subscriptions are plummeting, and regional sports networks across America are going bankrupt. If you live in Miami and you want to watch the Marlins, you have to figure out which cable package to buy. You have to deal with blackouts. It is friction. It is difficult, and frankly, it is annoying. The Marlins are a local business, trapped in a local market. Now look at what Messi did when Lionel Messi signed with Inter Miami. He did not just sign a contract with a team. He signed a partnership with Apple. This changed everything. Suddenly, Major League Soccer was not trapped on a local cable channel. It was on every single iPhone in the world. There were no blackouts. There were no restrictions. If you were a kid in Tokyo, or a fan in London, or a student in Buenos Aires, you could watch Messi play live, instantly. This is the difference between a franchise and a global brand. Okay? The Miami Marlins can only sell to people who live in Florida. Inter Miami can sell to the entire planet. And the numbers reflect this. Before Messi arrived, Inter Miami was generating respectable revenue, mostly from ticket sales. But in 2024, the club projected revenue of over $200 million. That is more than many historic soccer clubs in Europe. While the Marlins were slashing payrolls and trading away their best players to save money, the owners of Inter Miami, the Mas brothers, were doing the opposite. They invested heavily. They built a brand new stadium. They brought in superstars like Luis Suarez and Sergio Busquets. They operated like a Silicon Valley startup, burning cash to acquire massive growth, and the market rewarded them. In just 2 years, the valuation of the club doubled, hitting $1.03 billion, and then climbing to $1.2 billion. Meanwhile, the Marlins have sat stagnant, hovering right at $1 billion, relying on revenue sharing just to stay afloat. One team is growing like a tech stock. The other is growing like a savings bond. And in the world of modern sports business, if you are not growing, you are dying. But money can be recovered. Valuations fluctuate. The real crisis for baseball is not the $1 billion. It is the kids. We found a statistic that should keep the commissioner of baseball awake at night. Among avid sports fans aged 12 to 17. Major League Soccer has officially caught up to Major League Baseball. Both sit at roughly 18%. Think about that. Baseball has had a 150-year head start. It is America's pastime, and yet, in one generation, soccer has pulled even among teenagers. Why? Because baseball is slow. It is 3 hours long. It does not fit on a vertical screen. Lionel Messi fits perfectly. He has 500 million Instagram followers. The entire Major League Baseball organization. They have 11 million. That is a 44 times difference. When Messi posts a photo of himself just drinking tea, it gets more engagement than the entire World Series. To a 14-year-old, if it is not on their feed, it does not exist, and right now, baseball is invisible. Messi did not steal the 60-year-old baseball fan. He did not want them. He stole the future. Walk into a school in Miami. Count the baseball caps. And then count the pink jerseys. Every kid wearing a number 10 jersey today is a kid who is not buying a baseball glove. And once you lose the kid, you lose the customer for life. And now we look at the horizon, because if you think the damage is done, you are wrong. The real war has not even started yet. The kill shot is coming in the summer of 2026. For the first time in 32 years, the FIFA World Cup is coming back to American soil. The biggest sporting event in human history is landing right in the backyard of Major League Baseball. Trust me. And here is the problem for the MLB. The World Cup happens in June and July. Usually, these months belong to baseball. It is the heart of their season. But in 2026, baseball will not just be the second option. It will be invisible for 45 days. The entire country will be paralyzed by soccer, the media, the sponsors, the casual fans. They will all be focused on the pitch. Turn on the television, and you will not see the New York Yankees. You will see France, Brazil, England, and Argentina. And at the center of this storm will be Lionel Messi. This tournament will likely be his swan song. The greatest player of all time, defending his title in the very country he just conquered. It is the perfect marketing storm. To finalize the transition, imagine the visuals. Messi lifting the World Cup trophy in New York or Los Angeles, while the baseball stadium next door sits half empty. That image alone will signal the end of an era. By the time the final whistle blows in 2026, the argument will be over. Soccer will firmly be the number 3 sport in America, knocking on the door of the NBA. And baseball will be a niche sport for historians. The valuation numbers we talked about earlier, the 1.2 billion versus the 1 billion. That was just the warning sign. The market has spoken. The fans have spoken. And the future has been decided. Lionel Messi did not just come to America to retire. He came to conquer, and looking at the empty seats in the baseball stadium next door, I would say he won. The king is dead. Long live the king. The valuation numbers do not lie. 1.2 billion versus 1 billion. The market has spoken. The fans have spoken. And the future of American sports has been decided. Lionel Messi did not just come to America to retire. He came to conquer. He took a franchise that was at the bottom of the league, and in 36 months, he made it more valuable than a Major League Baseball team. With 2 World Series titles, baseball will always have the history. It will always have the nostalgia. But Inter Miami, they have the world. And looking at the empty seats in the Marlins stadium next door, I would say the war is over. He won, but if you think the NFL is safe, you need to click this video right here, because that war is coming next. Thanks for watching.